And just like that, we are back to 4 teams again to determine a champion. However, unlike past years, none of these 4 teams won their conference or went undefeated, proving how in the new 12-team playoff, the possibilities are endless. In the quarterfinals, my predictions started off well, with a Penn State victory, but then Arizona State, Oregon, and Georgia all lost, creating an unpredictable Final Four. Notre Dame will meet Penn State in the Orange Bowl, and Ohio State will battle against Texas in the Cotton Bowl. Hopefully, I get more than one right this week. Starting with Thursday's Orange Bowl in Miami, I expect this one to be somewhat similar to what we saw in the Sugar Bowl. Teams with good running backs and good defenses, which should be a very close, low-scoring game. The difference in this one will probably be coaching and who can generate more big plays on offense. Despite the talented running backs, Penn State will try to throw it much more often. They believe in Drew Aller and Tyler Warren, and are willing to take some chances downfield, just like we saw against Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl. However, the Notre Dame defense they will be facing is much better than what they faced in Arizona. The Fighting Irish held Georgia to just 10 points, and used turnovers to their advantage. Again, something they've done well all year. Yes, the Bulldogs had their backup quarterback, but combined with their performance against Indiana, the Notre Dame defense has been consistently good. I expect Notre Dame to restrict the Penn State offense and prevent the big plays they're looking for. But can the Nittany Lions do the same? The Fighting Irish did not have much offense in New Orleans, with just 244 yards in total, which is less than Georgia, with the majority of those yards coming from the run game. A lot will depend on whether or not Abdul Carter, one of the best players in the country and leader of the Penn State defense, plays. If he does, then their ability to stop the run game greatly improves, and so do their chances of winning. Overall, I wasn't really impressed by either team in their quarterfinal matchup. Penn State was only able to take control of the game at the very end, and Notre Dame struggled on offense. Both teams got the win, which is what matters, but I still have my doubts about both teams. However, I'm not going to pick against the Fighting Irish again. They proved me wrong with their win against Georgia, and with uncertainty about whether Abdul Carter will actually play or not, I think Notre Dame is the better overall team, and their run game will be able to do just enough to get the win, combined with some help from their defense. Notre Dame gets the win 20-17 over Penn State, advancing to the national championship. Texas and Ohio State meet in what is hopefully a better game than what we saw in Pasadena. Ohio State absolutely dominated Oregon from start to finish, and are the clear favorites to win it all. If Ohio State plays like they have against Tennessee and Oregon, then Texas may not be able to beat the Buckeyes, no matter how well they play. Ohio State just has so much talent, and are playing nearly flawlessly at the moment. The Longhorns will need to slow down Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith specifically, and keep this one close in the first quarter, something neither Tennessee or Oregon could do. Texas has the talent to compete and beat Ohio State. Now, how the Texas coaching staff decides to use that talent is another question. The Longhorns have arguably the best defense in the country, and arguably the best cornerback in the country, Jim Thorpe Award winner Jahdae Barron. So if anyone can stop Ohio State, it may very well be Texas. Despite their defense and a talented offense led by Quinn Ewers, I still picked Arizona State to win last week, and I was almost right. Texas should have won that game much more easily, but the Longhorns struggled to finish the game just like last week against Clemson. Ohio State has had no issues finishing games, whether it's their defense led by Caleb Downs and an elite pass rush including Jack Sawyer, or an offense, Will Howard, Jeremiah Smith, and Trevion Henderson, to name a few. The Buckeyes have not only defeated Oregon and Tennessee, but also Penn State and Indiana. Ohio State will have to make mistakes to lose this one. Meanwhile, Texas doesn't have those same kind of wins, with the Longhorns' best victory of the year likely being the controversial win over the Sun Devils. With all that said, it would take nearly perfect performance from Texas and some costly errors from Ohio State for the game to go their way. I do not think that happens, and Ohio State continues their dominance in the Cotton Bowl. Ohio State wins 38-17. If my predictions of Ohio State and Notre Dame are right, that should be a very exciting conclusion to an amazing year of college football, but nothing is guaranteed. Penn State and Texas are here for a reason. While there hasn't been many upsets so far in the 12-team playoff, it's very possible we could see a couple by the time a champion is crowned in Atlanta. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.